Story time! This should be a new consistent series coming to the channel, and I do hope that I can manage to uphold it. It should bring new story each Monday and Friday, either from me or if I actually manage to bring something from Reddit, from my page that I made there and nobody's writing there. Anyway, this is gonna be a new format where basically I will be saying either my stories from my life or the stories that I find on the internet, with the little difference that if it's not my story, I will immediately give a disclaimer that it's not my story. So, when I was thinking about the format of these videos, I figured I will do it in a way that I will use a background of a game that people wanted me to play, but actually I didn't have any interesting commentary to it. And you know what? I will start with Geometry Dash, cause like the game is awesome, I love it, but people I think wanted me to play it because it's a rage game, and I'm honestly not raging with it. I'm just a bit pissy. But I'm not raging, it's just like this seething anger that it's like, it's not funny, it's just pure, unbridled anger. And I'm not actually talking that much because I'm really just trying to beat the game. So you can see me playing it over in the background, and yeah. For now, Geometry Dash will be our background to the stories. I also am thinking about disappearing and just talking over the Let's Play. I will put sometimes some input from my side, like you will see it in this story. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say to this. If you have anything to add to how you think or how would you want these videos, or if you have interesting stories from your life, feel free to write either in comments or on the Reddit thread that I made. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. So this is the story of me and my car. You know, I was working in abroad, and when I came back home, I just wanted that luxury to be able to go whenever and wherever I wanted. So I got myself a new car, old new car basically. It was 20 years old when I got it, but it was still my own car. See, my very first car was a present from my grandparents, a beautiful purple Devo Tico. My mom always called it a matchbox on wheels. I loved that car. However, there was this problem that it took a bit longer for brakes to start braking. So I took it to mechanics, and they changed the brakes, or at least they claimed that they changed the brakes. I am no technician, I have no idea how to control that myself, so I believed that they checked the brakes. I paid a lot of money for the brakes to be changed, and you know what? When I needed the brakes the most, they didn't brake. My car kept rolling, and it turned from car to harmonica. All the saints, I believe, were with me, because I got out from that car crash with just a bruised knee, which is a miracle, considering that my car looked something like this. The engine was on my legs, like it was pushed from under the hood and onto my legs. But the only damage was the bruise on my knee. And so after that, I stopped driving for a while. I went abroad, and when I came back, which was like 8-ish years after this whole accident, I decided to get a new car. Of of course, new cars are extremely expensive and I could not afford a brand new car, so I decided to like get a hand-me-down car, and I got a beautiful Peugeot 307 SW. It was beautiful, family, big car. I loved it, and I got it from a mechanics in our small town, which we could consider a friends of my parents. And this is where it gets kind of yeah, I think I need to take it from the top. So when the guys got me the new old car, they were like, so we got a car. You are looking for a car, right? So we got you a car. It's a really, really nice candy car. Now, in my country, if somebody says something is candy, it's usually meaning like, you can translate it meaning like, oh, it's flawless, oh, it's perfect, it's in this like pristine state, like nothing's wrong with it and nothing will be wrong with it for a very long time. Basically, when somebody says you, oh, this is candy, in candy-like state, it's supposed to be perfect. Well, it was not. I paid 2,500 euro for this car when I got it, and I was like, okay, it's old car, it's 20 years old car, but it's still a car, so I will pay for it. I got it, I was happy, and it worked flawlessly for about a month. After a month, I got a flat tire. First time, and okay, I have to admit, the first time was on me, because I was on a new medication, and the side effect of the medication was the micro naps, and I got a micro nap when I was driving, which was incredibly dangerous. I could not control it, my consciousness just completely faded, and it could be like maybe 3 seconds, but behind a wheel of a car, that's all that you need, the 3 seconds. I managed to wake up in time to avoid hitting a building head-on. I did not manage to wake up in time to not destroy my whole wheel on the curb on the curb. And so I asked the guys that got me the car to please come check this car, please tow it to their mechanics shop and like help me get a new wheel and change the wheel. And so they did, and they told me how much it will cost, and I was like, okay, fine, I guess it's my fault, I shouldn't have been driving when I was tired and I knew that the pills that I was currently taking were having those side effects. So that was my fault. Luckily, nobody got hurt, just my pride and my car. That was on me. I will admit that much. However, not even a month has passed after this, and another problem has arisen. And the problem was simple, but still problem. Windshield wipers. And first went the back window wipers. The thing is, when I got the car, I was happy that I had working, quote-unquote working, perfect candy car. And I was like, okay, so there's no problem, the car looks amazing, there is no signs of it being crashed anytime in the past. Car is perfect. I didn't notice when I got it that the back wipers were glued to the place with black electric tape. Now, those tapes are usually very strong and very usually you can count on these electrical tapes, but we had a big storm and my wipers were wiping like crazy. And when I came home, I realized that my back wipers are gone. They just went missing. They were MIA in the rain. Like, I came home without them, and of course I'm not going to look for them in the rain on the roads. So okay, I lost my back wipers. I came to the mechanics and they are like, oh, you do not need those. It's okay. You won't have a fee from the police officers. It's okay. Okay, fine, good. Okay, fine. I'm not going to argue anyway. I was not using them. Usually, this was a rare instance and I immediately lost them. So I was like, okay, I guess. Then, like a week after this, another storm, and the main windshield wipers, they just did not move. They just made like this weird screeching sound, and they did not move. And I could not see shit. And when I was driving back home, which was a long drive, and the rain was really intense, so I just went very slowly. I let everybody, like, if you need to pass my car, go. I put out my warning lights and I was like, please, like, go around me because I cannot see and I need to go home somehow. So I went home, and next day I went to the mechanics like, hey guys, it's me again. And my windshield wipers are not working. So they opened the hood and checked it out. And you know what? Like, at this point, my brain was like, oh, wait a second. No, wait a second. They said that this car is no problem. I'm here for the second time now. And, okay, third, but I don't count the first time. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's whatever. It happens. And so they checked it, they opened the hood, and they are then looking at me like, so, Michelle, the thing is that the whole mechanism that makes the wipers move is completely rusted. Come again? Didn't you guys say it's a candy car? What do you mean it's rusted? How come it's rusted? It could not rust over so much that the wind wipes stop wiping. Like, what do you mean it's rusted? It's rusted so much that it cannot move. Like, this is supposed to be a perfect car. You sold it to me as a perfect car. You told me you cannot go lower on the price because the car is in such a perfect candy state. What do you mean it's rusted over? And I'm like, okay, how much for the repairs? And he's like, you know, we have to take it out, send it to diagnosis. Probably they will need to order a completely new piece, so it will be like around 800 euro. And I'm like, whoa. Like, what are you saying right now? And he's like, oh, like, you know, you will have to pay, you know, you cannot go without windshield wipers. At this point, I almost cried, and I was like, okay, I understand, it's a car, and car is expensive. Okay, I will pay for it, but I'm not happy with it. And I came there like 2 days later, and they are like, so, surprise, it's not gonna be 800, it's just going to be like 50 euro because we scrubbed down all the rust and it's basically cleaned from the rust. So you will have the old part in your car and you don't have to pay that much. And I'm like, okay, fine, just put it in, I will give you the 50 euro and like we can move on. Okay, this happened, the windshields were moving again, wind wipers, whatever, I can like, whatever, they were working. I'm like, fine, okay, another mistake repaired, can happen. Then I was driving, like, okay, a little bit more time passed, But I was driving down the road, and suddenly, as I'm driving, my car just goes meep, 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 meep. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what's now? What's happening now? And I see that warning signal like, you have a flat tire. I'm like, I have a what now? Like, I didn't crash anything. I was going on the middle of the road. There was no glass. There was no sharp things. I did not have anything that would say that, oh, so your, like, the pressure inside the tire is too high or something. Like, the tire did not explode. The tire just was like, you have a flat tire. And so I stopped the car and I'm like, I have a flat tire, okay, fine. So what now? I put it in a parking lot and called for the emergency in these situations. So I called the emergency and they are like, do you have a reserve tire, like for that we can change it for? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna check, I should have it. So I told them, what is my car? And they are like, yeah, you should have it on the under the car. And so I checked under the car, I have one. However, let me remind you, this is Candy car. This is perfect car. Everything about this car is perfect. So I take out my reserve, and my reserve is completely rusted. Like, it's very risky to use this as a safety wheel for my car for now. However, I have no other choice. So they put it in and they just look at me and tell me, ma'am, like, we understand you do not have another wheel currently, another tire, but please do go home very carefully. Do not go fast. Go very carefully, because like this tire is absolutely not safe. They put this bad boy on. I go home. As I'm driving home, suddenly I hear another pop, and in the back mirror I just see the protective case. I don't know how it's called in English. I will just put the picture here. I just see it in the back mirror, you know, rolling into the field, and I'm like, ooh. So a part of my wheel just was lost. Okay, at least it didn't hit any cars behind me, because that would be another problem. I got home. Okay. I went to my mechanics. I still have no idea why I kept coming back there, but okay. I went there and I'm just like, so guys, I need to order a new tires. And they're like, why? I'm like, yeah, I got a flat tire. And they are like, again? You crashed your car again. And I'm like, what do you mean again? So they ordered me a new tires, and then they put down the rusty reserve and they started putting it back into my car. And I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, this is your reserve, no? I'm like, yeah, I don't want that reserve. Like, order me a new tire. I don't care. Like, give me a new tire. I'm not going to be using this thing. Hello? It's dangerous? And they're like, no, it's okay. It's completely candy. It's not candy. Put it out and order a new tire for me. I'm going to pay for it anyway. Okay, fine, good. They ordered. I got a set of new tires. I got a new reserve tire. My car was safe. Well, and then my lovely particle filter started blaring at me, warnings about needing to be cleaned. And the guys told me that this one is going to be very pricey, like about 900 euro, possibly a bit more over 1,000. And I'm just like, oh no. And I'm just looking at them, I'm googling everything, I'm desperate, and I'm just like, guys, and they're like, no, 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 it's okay, you can drive with that for at least a month or so, it's okay. And I'm like, okay, fine, fine, okay, never mind. Keep in mind, okay, between the last serious thing, which was the big order of my new tires, I had to change a lights 4 times because they used old light bulbs for my car and changed them. So basically, they've been scamming me, but I'm just like, okay, they are family friends. Maybe they know better. Maybe this car is just a old grandpa that just, it doesn't have a new parts available or something. So I was like, okay, you can use the old parts for it. Last thing happened actually a week ago, which is why I am telling this story. So I went to visit my family in the capital, which is a long way from where I live. And my car didn't have any problem. It didn't smell, it didn't make any weird sounds. It went absolutely smoothly. And when I came home, nothing happened. Everything was smooth. And the next morning, when I was supposed to go to work, I wanted to put my car to a reverse and just leave the house. And my transmission did not move. Like, it was stuck. And I'm just like, what's happening? Hello? I tried to move it, but I know myself that you are not supposed to force these things. So when it was not going, like even after 5 minutes of trying to gently nudge it, I was like, okay, fine. What does Google say? And it was cold still. So I am like, okay, Google says that it was freezing overnight, and it's possible that in this old car the transmission, like, it's stiff and that's why it's not working. So just try and make the engine warm and hot, and after that try to move it. Yeah, so I tried and it didn't work, and so I again called the guys like, hey, are you willing to come over to our house? Because, like, my car is not working again, but this time I cannot bring it to you because it's not moving. Like, the transmission is moving just to front and to the back, but like I cannot put it in reverse, or I cannot go on the basic starting speeds. So like, I need you to come to check it out. So they came, they opened it, and they are like, okay, so far it doesn't look that bad, but like, see those 2 parts in the back? And I'm like, yeah, I see them, what about them? And he's like, so this part is supposed to be moving the transmission to the front and back, that one is moving, and the one that's supposed to be moving it to the sides, that one is not, it's stuck. So either there is a stone inside or something, or there is a bigger problem. Anyway, we will take your car and we will check it out at our place. And I'm like, okay, fine, take it, just please save my baby. I put a lot of money in him anyway. And so they take my car, and like 3 days later I go there like, so what's the big deal? And he's looking at me like, so Michelle, your transmission is broken. Like, it's broken. Like, there's this part in transmission, it's basically like a rope. Like, I will just put it in the unknowing technical names. It looks like a rope, and basically that snapped. So it's not working, and you will need a new part, and this new part is gonna be like 400 euro plus the work, and that's going to be around another 1,000 euro. And I'm like, come again? Can I keep the car at your place and just can you give me a few days to think it over? And so I left the car at their place because they were like, sure, yeah, you can keep the car here. So I kept it in their parking lot and I went home. And I was thinking about it and talking with my mom, and in the end I was like, okay, you know what, I have this car for a year, and while I love this car, I refuse to drown all of my money in it. And like I want to move this year to live in my own place, which at this rate I will never be able to do, because like almost every other month I'm doing something with my car that needs like repairing, and it's not small money. And like at this point I was like, okay, so no, you know what, I'm going to call the scrap yard. And yeah, I decided to get rid of my baby. So I called the mechanics and told them that the car is gonna go to the scrap yard. They were like, okay, your decision. And so then I called the tow car and I was ready to like say goodbye to my car, basically. We decided that the tow car will arrive to take my car away like in 2 days. So I was like, okay, the tow car is here tomorrow, so today I'm gonna need to go to my car and like take out everything inside that I left there. Like I will need to take my old jacket out, I need to take like the cosmetics that as a woman I have in there, like everything that stayed in there, I need to take it away. And like I went there with my mom, because my mom is an angel, and she was like, you also need to take the old tires that for your car that we still have in our storage room, because like, you know, it's taking a place, and if you are getting rid of the car, we don't need to have these tires in our space. And I'm like, okay, that's fair, please can you take it with your car to that place? So yeah, okay, she went with me and we went there. I went to the guys, I took the keys from my car, then they are like, okay, go. I unlocked my car and my trunk was not opening. I'm like, wait, what, why? And at this point, you know, I'm just like a little bit pissy, but I'm like, still like, okay, it's fine, it's okay. So I am like, I'm going to start the engine, and maybe when I start the engine, the trunk will open. So I put the keys inside my car, I turn the keys, engine is not starting. What? What do you mean? What do you mean that my engine is not starting? And my mom, at least, she had a little bit of a cool head, because she's walking around my car and she's like, honey, your car battery is out. Was it broken before? And I'm like, what? No, it was not broken. What do you mean if it was broken? And what do you mean it's out? And she's like, check your back seat. And I turn my head, and sure enough, on my back seat there sits my car battery, and it has a broken casing. I'm like, whoa. Why did they need to take out my battery? And why is the casing broken? Like, that was the problem with my car. I gave you okay, the transmission was not working, but otherwise well-working car. The car had no problem with the engine, with the battery, with nothing. But the, just the transmission. And mind you, the mechanics opened the hood in front of me and showed me what was the problem with everything inside. They could clearly see and show me the parts that were the problem without needing to take apart the insides of my car. So, you know, like at this point, something inside me was like slowly breaking and I was slowly going insane. So yeah, I just felt my rage steadily and very fastly growing. So I went inside and I came to them and I'm just like, hey guys, what happened? Why is my battery out? And why is it broken? And okay, the next part is what caused me to almost punch it. So it just I'm just thinking about it and I'm already getting angry, so I'm sorry. Hang on. So the guys come out from their mechanic store after they let me wait for like 15 minutes, and at this point I will admit I did not keep my cool, but I didn't scream yet, not yet anyway. I was just speaking with slightly raised angry voice, you know, the kind of voice, like it was not screaming, but it was enough to let the people know that I'm f***ing pissed. And as I was talking to them, like, I'm just like, I will repeat this, but I just was like, why did you take out the battery? I gave you working car. Okay, transmission was not working, but how come that I come here and my car is without my knowledge taken apart and the battery is broken? And this motherfucker, he looks at me straight in the eye and he's like, don't yell at me, we just needed to check what was wrong. Why are you so nervous? Oh, that was not supposed to leave his mouth. Why are you so... Never ask a pissed person why they are nervous. You could have kept that one to yourself. And what do you mean? What do you mean? You had to check what was wrong with the car. Sir, I told you the car is gonna get scrapped. I told you I cannot afford pricey repairs anymore. That does not translate to feel free to do autopsy of my car. It does not. Well, anyway, he slowly started raising his voice at me since I was so nervous. And when I tried to argue back, well, his wife came right to my face. Now, his wife is also a mechanic at this shop, and she started like, she came to my personal space. She was like 20 centimeters maximum from my face, and she said, quote, calm the f down, lady. Yeah, my Mama Timeless, was observing until this point. Important thing to know about Mama Timeless is, Mama Timeless is a bear mom. She can tolerate a lot. She's very kind, she's very sweet, she's very caring, but do not with her family. As soon as you attack me, my sister, my dad, her parents, my aunties, like my mom will come and she will smite you off the face of the earth. God will not remember you existed when my mom is done with you. Anyway, she stood between me and this wife, and she started arguing back, like on my behalf. And in between that, me and the husband, we are having our own full-blown screaming match, and it's basically like 2v2. It's like me and my mom versus the mechanic and his wife. And there is like this third mechanic, very sweet young guy. I believe he was like resident or something, because he just wanted to quietly fix the car and just get out of there. So kudos to him, because I think he was the only one at that moment there who kept his cool. After a moment, my mom finally like stopped trying to be nice and polite, and she just started screaming back at the wife, because until this point she also, like me before, had just raised her voice, but she did not like fully scream. But the lady, she was screaming and she would not let my mom's voice be heard. So my mom started yelling this time, and she's like, "Don't you dare to insult and attack my daughter." And the husband, he stopped yelling at me. He turns to my mom and he screams at her, "Do not yell at my wife." At this point, my mom's voice grew ice cold, and she's like, "Oh, shall I call my husband then?" And the man, I don't think he was aware who my dad is, but he's like, call him, come on," like this, like a mocking freaking joke from some stupid movie or something. And I was very pissed, and I was holding my phone already ready to dial dad's number, and my mom is just grabbing my hand and she's like, don't do it. We do not want to go to jail. She didn't say the last part, but she was just like, don't. It was final. It was like, don't do it. Just don't. Because we know that if my mom is Mama Bear who will smite everyone, my dad is just a harbinger of apocalypse. Like no, do not bring father into a fight over his family honor, over his family, or he will freaking, no, just no. So I reluctantly put down my phone, and this he keeps yelling like, call your husband, I dare you, call your husband. I don't believe he knows who my dad is, because my dad is very well known, not electrician, but like the guy that does a water and electricity and the whole like this energy stuff, and he did everything for this mechanic in his building. I don't think the mechanic knew who the dad was. Yeah, so anyway, the whole argument basically ended with the both sides. It was not ended, it just stopped. Like, we stopped like a middle schoolers, like some stupid children. Everybody got pouty, everybody got like pissy, quiet, and like the pressure in the air was incredible. And when they put the battery finally down back in my car, the main mechanic slammed my car so hard that I had a feeling that something else broke inside the car. And he's like, I still can't believe that he said it, but he's like, lose my number and don't ever come back. My mom is just like looking at him. She needed to have the last word, and she's like, I would never come here after this anyway. And they left. And so at this point, I'm just left there with my now working car, and I'm like, okay, so let me just put it to neutral so we can push the car for a better position for a tow truck when it comes in the morning. So I sit in the car, I take the transmission, and the transmission is working. The transmission is suddenly moving in all the directions as it's supposed to. And I'm just like, well, if they fix it, they could just have told me and not be like pissy and hissy about it. It's also very important that like the wife, she brought up during the fight that I am so unfair towards them because like they fixed my car so many times already, and they even gave me a discount, and I was just like, what discounts? I paid everything in a full price, and you fixed it so many times, but like, have you stopped thinking about that you gave me a candy car? And the candy car was like at least for 4 months with some technical difficulties. Like, what? That's not a candy car. Anyway, yeah, the transmission was moving. So I'm like, Mom, you know what? Go with your car back home, and I'm just gonna very carefully try to move this car home myself. So I started the engine, I moved the transmission, and I drove all the way back home. And the car went very smoothly. No problems, no rattling, no nothing, no smell. Again, like it never had any problem. At this point, I'm just like, okay, hang on, I'm going to call the tow truck. So I called them and I'm like, hey sir, I'm sorry, can I cancel it tomorrow? I think I will still give my car a small chance and I will just take it to another mechanic's. And the tow truck driver, he was so sweet. He's like, okay, I understand. Do not worry about it, miss. Just let me know if you need me. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I ended the call and I made a appointment for the next morning with my car at the large city with my baby in a normal mechanic store. I bring my car there and I am just like, so I noticed because I never was in this place, so I didn't know how their opening hours are, and we didn't set time, so they just said come anyway, any time during the day. So I brought my car, and then on the doors they have like, okay, so they are going to go on a lunch in a 10 minutes. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? I will keep my car here. I will leave my keys with you. Anyway, there are no documents, so don't worry about it. Like, I will keep everything here. And once you come back from the lunch, take your time. Just let me know, please. Because my whole shtick with this visit now is that I need to know 3 things. First off, is the transmission broken? And if it is not, can you check like if it was changed, or like is it possible to check like if there was some manipulation with this? Because like the transmission seems to be working. I was told the transmission is broken. So can you check if the transmission is broken or something's wrong with it? Second, can you check if the car is safe to be driven normally? Because like I am afraid now, honestly, because I was talking with my mom after we came home from this argument and stuff, and we've got a feeling that the guys actually exchanged a few parts in my engine under my hood. Like they exchanged it so they could, you know, like sell it or like have a free working, I don't know, like we were pissed. Okay, so maybe it was just our angry illusion or something, but anyway, I needed to be sure, so I asked them to check that. And the another part was like, okay, and I know I have a problem with the filter, so the particle filter, so you do not have to actually change it, because first things, I need to know if I can save this car, if I can use this car, and or if it's really gonna go today to a scrapyard. Okay, I left the car there and went to the city for 3 hours. After 3 hours, I received a call and the guy on the phone is like, ma'am, you can come for your car. So I came there, and guess what? The car is okay. He says that the transmission doesn't look broken and it doesn't look like it was broken. And I'm like, yeah, but this and this. I told him whole truth. Like I even told him about the screaming match. Like I told him that admittedly I was pissed but like that they took out the battery, and he's like, yeah, they shouldn't be taking out the parts of the car. If they could tell you, if they told you that it's broken, they shouldn't be like taking apart your car. I don't know, I'm not mechanic. Maybe I don't know, maybe he was just trying to stroke my ego. I have no idea. Anywho, he told me that my car is fine, my transmission is working, the battery is fine, nothing is broken there. So what I saw broken is just the casing, and it's not the casing that's holding chemicals inside. It's like I don't know how it's called. It's just, you have a battery and then you have another set of plastic around it, and that was broken. So he's like, that's not a problem, we can change it, but that's not going to be expensive or anything, don't worry. And when it comes to the particle filter, and I'm like, yeah, what about it? Because like from what the guys in the previous mechanics told me, it was gonna cost me around €1,000. And he's like looking at me like, what? No, ma'am, no. We are going to take it out. So our job has to be paid. Okay, so we are charging €100 for reinstalling it, like taking it out and putting it in. I have no idea how much work that is, but okay, fine. So it's like €100 for our job, and €200 for the people who are actually gonna put it together, like clean it and prepare it. I'm like, wait, 300? And he's like, yeah, 300. And I'm like, that's it? And he's like, that's it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, okay, fine, good, of course. So that's the only thing I will have to pay? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to be visiting this mechanic from now on. My car is safe. I'm driving my car again. I'm so happy. This was stressful last like 2 or something weeks, because like my car had problems after problems, and the guy told me that once I will feel comfortable, he can do me like a full-blown diagnosis. Like basically he can find problems even if there are no problems. And I'm like, okay, cool. Just please, like, can we talk about it before you actually charge me something? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, good, because like I didn't want to be charged for something before they did it, which was also specialty of the guys in my small town, that they did something and then they told me that how much it cost. However, I am still thinking, I have to admit, did they fix my transmission, or was it never really broken? And if it was never broken, why would they claim that it's broken? Like, were they planning to scam me, or did they change it and after me? Like, could it be that they repaired it after I told them that I'm going to scrap my car? That they repaired it and they wanted to keep it or something, and because like they told me which scrapyard actually to where to bring my car to. They do not know that I didn't put it to the scrapyard, so I'm actually kind of waiting if they are going to be like, oh, you stole something from us or something like that. I don't know. Like, hey, if you could have fixed it, like, I don't know how to say it, but I don't think like, I don't know. Tell me if in the comments below, if you know, tell me what could have happened there, because like, do you think they fixed the transmission and wanted to resell the car? Do you think that the transmission was never really broken and it just needed to be oiled? Because that's also a big possibility, they told me in the new service, new mechanics. So I have no clue, but I'm just happy that my car is okay. And I do hope that you find this story at least mildly interesting, and I will see you in the next story. So yeah, for now, thank you so much for coming. Really, I can talk. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to continue with this series, if you want me to change something with these series, and if you think or have any theories about what the guys in the previous mechanics did or did not do, because like they were very aggressive, and I was admittedly too. I was pissed, but like I let you be judge of that in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for coming.